Hello, you noble people. My name is The Noble, and this is going to be a very different video than some of the videos I usually do, where I'm actually going to encourage you guys to actually buy a game. Now, this isn't sponsored, obviously, but the game we're going to be talking about is the 100-line Last Defense Academy. Now, if you have seen trailers and stuff by this is by the makers of Danganronpa and Raincode, and I love Danganronpa. Now, I do want to go in a little bit of a backstory of Danganronpa. Danganronpa always has the connotation of not being the best, and yes, there's a lot of stuff that is really bad. Don't play Ultra Despair Girls if you want to try and get into Danganronpa. That game is, like, actually, like, disgustingly bad, so don't do that. But I more like the characters in Danganronpa. Well, the story is insane. The fact that the story is insane is why I like it. I mean, I'm someone who loves the FNAF lore, so a game that has insanely giant premises is insane, and I love Danganronpa for that. Now, this game is by the same creators. However, I wouldn't be talking about this game if it wasn't for the fact they put all of their eggs in one basket, and if this game doesn't do well, the company could go bankrupt. Now, from interviews, we actually don't know if this is like him joking, like the creator joking, or it being actually serious. Like, he said it multiple times, but they all come off as kind of being kind of jokey. But it might be also the type of thing where he's joking, but also is expecting it. But I don't really do want to do a game or just like, oh, buy this. I don't want my favorite game series or whatever to go under. Because let's be honest, I would much rather this have been a Danganronpa game. I love Danganronpa 1, I love Danganronpa 2. 2 is my favorite. I did like some elements of 3, but after the 5th and 6th trial, the game kind of lost me with how it finished up its story, and I won't spoil it, but most people like all of the main core games, and while I have differing opinions, I still want to see another Danganronpa game. There's still probably more they could do with the series, especially with the last installment being in 2017. They could definitely do something new and unique. So the fact that this game is just, hey, let's make Danganronpa, but with not any of like the investigation stuff. This isn't like a murder mystery style game. This is actually like a RPG style game. You fight like monsters and you have like blood type powers. I won't really dive into like all the story beats, but the basic story or like basic plot stuff so you understand what's going on. You are trapped in this academy for 100 days, and you have this group of friends with you, and you have to defeat or survive waves of these people called school invaders, like the enemies of the game. You can level up, you can go on adventures outside of the school to get materials, level up, you can have like story build up and relations with the different characters, like normal Danganronpa stuff. The thing that caught my eye in this game is the fact that apparently you can actually this is story driven. Danganronpa is story driven, but your actions don't really impact anything. Apparently, this is insanely heavy on impacting the actual plot of the game. If characters die, it's on you. And it's very interesting that you could have, like, my playthrough at the end of the game could be drastically different than someone else's playthrough. I mean, there's 100 in-game days that you have to go through, and it's pretty fun. Me and my brother played through the demo, which is the first 7 days, and I would recommend you check out the demo right now. It is free. I don't know if they'll keep the demo. I assume they would keep the demo when it goes live. It releases on the 24th. As of recording this video, I'm recording on the 21st. So they're probably going to keep the demo. I would 100% play the demo. It was around 3 to 4 hours when I played it with my brother. We liked it. We liked doing the character voices. There were certain characters that we definitely didn't like, but that I'll save all the character stuff for you guys to interpret on what you want. But I really don't want to see the overall game like fully be destroyed and the creators have to be forced to retire simply because their game doesn't sell well. Now, I will say, supposedly this is going to be a $60 game, which is not the best. That being said, if it's true that it has like 100 something endings and they're all decently different, I could technically see how it could be worth that $60 price tag. So if that is a little too much for you, I would 100% recommend trying to get it on sale for or something like that, because obviously making a commitment for that is really high. I don't think it should be $60, or maybe it isn't $60. Most of the websites do say $60. I know Raincode, their other game, was $60, which I didn't feel like it should be. But the basic gist of this video is I think this game has good roots. The combat, which you're watching right now, is very unique for some of the RPGs. It seems basic, but there's multiple characters that have different things. As a matter of fact, I have in the demo, you don't unlock all the characters just yet. So there's still more characters for me to discover and play as when the full game releases. And I'm really excited to see what this game has in store. And even if you don't necessarily want to buy the game, at least at full value, at least see if it goes on sale, because I really don't want one of my favorite game creators to go bankrupt and retire simply because their game didn't sell well. I don't want that to happen, but I have high hopes for it. Even the developers do have high hopes, even though they said they might have to retire. But yeah, that's all for this video. I know this is a little bit different, but if you want to get it, get it. If you don't, that's fine. But that's about it. Stay noble. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.